We're going to talk a little obsession. So you only had a limited time to establish Nikki's look before the spell. What was the process of trying to define her look and also that awesome denim jacket?
Well, to help define her look, I really wanted this feeling of effortlessness. Like she wasn't trying to appeal to anyone. It was fully like to express herself and for comfort. And so I kind of did that with like blue tones and then like heavy layering, the drapery of the denim jacket, of course, with the like riding boots. But I just really wanted her to feel relatable to a mass group of people because I felt the more people could relate to her, the more they would love her and hold on to her as she transitioned throughout the spell per se. And the denim jacket, actually, it's a really funny story. My acting teacher, about a month before Obsession, like I got the job, he handed me a trash bag of clothes and he was like, hey, I don't use these anymore. Like you should just take them, maybe you'll use them. And inside that was the 1990s vintage Gap denim jacket that we ended up using in the film.
That's amazing. All right, so the spell happens. What was the process of then kind of deconstructing her character through costume as the spell, took more hold?
So originally Curry pitched to me to do like 1950s housewife, and I kind of like pushed against it, kind of being like, I think we can touch on that, but I think let's make this more drastic in the way of like kind of physically stripping things away from her. So like there were less layers, less jewelry, less individuality and creativity in her looks. They were more into the appeal of Bear and what she would think Bear wanted to see. So every time I was kind of creating a look, it was kind of like from an acting standpoint, like what's the new objective to get what I want? And when she wouldn't get something she wanted from Bear, like how would she physically alter herself to think that she could get something from him?
I was struck by the guys at night out party scene where she crashes the red dress.
Yes.
That was a pivotal moment, really, when the things kind of really unravel. What was your thought on costuming for that scene? And it was also, I thought, her best scene, like dramatically.
Yes. It's one of my favorite scenes of hers as well, yeah. The red top I just really wanted to feel wild, feel drastic. And then originally I had pitched to do like low-rise baggy jeans, like very baggy jeans. And I was with a group of my guy friends and one of them was like, wow, I really love when girls wear those little shorts. And I was like, oh my goodness, like that's literally the male gaze. Like that's what I should be. That's it. That's the thing that will really portray what I'm trying to get across with her altering herself physically to appeal to Bear. And so I switched it to those like small shorts and then I did the like knee-high boots as like kind of a callback to Sarah's first costume, as if she's like slowly shifting herself to be and appear more like Sarah to get Bear's attention.
Yeah, I was struck by that. So that goes to the end where she does take on more Sarah traits, thinking that's what he wants. What was the process kind of at the end with her last costume, which does get a little bloody too?
So that part where she wears Sarah's costume or the dress was written into the script. And so it was more kind of like making sure the dress was perfect, not only for Sarah, but for Nikki as well. But the blood was crazy. That was my first time working on like that amount of blood and vomit and like everything involved. But it went well. I'm very grateful to our head of makeup and special effects, Ali Shehorn. She really held my hand during it and like helped me really figure it out. And I learned a lot through the experience.
Well, as someone in my real life that had the exact same spears Nikki had, you nailed it, because I went through that in my last relationship.
Oh, wow.
What was, so looking back, so we talked a lot about the cool scenes. Is there any one scene maybe you're most proud of, more of a subtle scene? We haven't talked about something that, the audience might not notice because it wasn't a big dramatic scene that you really were proud of from the costume-wise.
I love the scene where they're on the couch and they're watching TV and she looks at him and he turns her head towards back to the camera. I love that costume. We did that during reshoots and I just thought the two-tone red was just stunning on her, and with the headband I just thought it was perfect, and I really feel like it pulled actually the whole movie together. It's such a short amount of time it's on screen, but I feel like it really pulled the transition between her before and her after. I really feel like it was that perfect middle piece that I was missing.